All right, Craig and Andy here at the Eastside Y, just sitting down. Andy had his first 5.25 mile run, and how long has that been, Andy?
It's been a while, since my last half, probably 2.5 years, 3 years ago.
Good job. Andy's starting to get outside more, do a little bit more running outside, getting acclimated. And Andy, how'd that run go for you?
Went really well. It's a windy day, so I ran out with the wind and ran back into the wind, so I learned a little bit for training next time that running with the wind on the way back in is preferable, but it was a good run. It felt good. I can feel that all the work that I'm putting in is really getting me where I want to be, so it went well.
How's your endurance?
Endurance is great. I was telling Craig that, when I first started, there was a period in my run where I could start to feel that I was running, it was starting to catch up with me, and that's gotten further and further, and today it was a little over 2.5 miles that I started to feel like I needed to put a little bit of effort into it, so it's going well.
Good. All right, Andy, do you have any advice for the tips for the folks at home?
Well, today I wanted to go a little bit over running outside now that the weather's finally nice. We have an opportunity to run outside and kind of train in the elements that we're going to run in if we're running a half or in the Bellin or this weekend in the Cellcom as we're getting that close. Craig and I talked about a few different things. First of all, keeping your head covered, especially myself. I'm fair-skinned. I burn relatively easily, so keeping my head covered with a runner's hat. Using sunblock, making sure you got proper sunblock on and sunscreen to keep you from getting burnt. Second of all, thirdly, staying hydrated. Again, making sure that you're putting in what's coming out. So if you're sweating a lot, make sure you're putting some water or some Gatorade or something back in there to keep your system going. And then finally, along with the hat, keeping your eyes covered. Interestingly enough, Craig brought up the point of if your head is covered and your eyes are covered, in the kind of screen the sun, you're going to feel cooler, just mentally feel cooler. So good tips for running outside.
All right, and just make sure your hat has a mesh on it to help release the heat, preferably on a nice hot day, a nice light or white cap. I think that makes a lot of sense, not a ball cap. And SPF of 15 or higher, preferably 30 if you're going to be out, something that's sunproof and sweat-proof. Whether you use a spray or a gel, it's really up to you. It's whatever preferable. What I would recommend that you try all of these things before race day, because you never want to try anything new on race day. So make sure that you don't have any type of allergens or allergic reactions to the sunscreen. Very good.
That's great. You want to make sure you train with the things that you're going to come across that day when you're running. So yeah, absolutely. Try it before you run your half, your full, whatever you're training for. So.
Well, excellent job, Andy. Keep it up. Great. I like where you're at. You're definitely on track for the Bellin. And just as a reminder, as you get through the Bellin, we're going to use that 5 to 6 mile base and help increase your endurance a little bit more. So you should have a pretty rocking half marathon this fall.
Great. Looking forward to it.
All right. Good job. We'll catch up with you later.
Yep.